If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
Today I just want to have something brief discussion about if you have any doubts on the questions kind of thing. And the second one would be on security file, which we were discussing on that, right? How do we build the security file, security scenario in securities? I told you that I'll be showing you a real-time scenario wherein we'll just have an understanding on the PDF and how to work on teams, users, and all those things, right? Do you remember that?
Yes. The security metrics you're talking about.
Yeah, security metrics. And the next one would be to look at the business process flows. Sort of discussing on these three things. First one I would like to tell is this one. We'll just be working on. I was not able to figure out that complex scenario, so I just thought of working with one of my friends, so that we can just have some data and BI cube as well, which is not possible right now in this week. Only during the weekend it is possible. So between this class and the next class, we'll just work around with the other tasks in BPC, like business process flows or any other thing which we have. So that I'll just have some time for to work on with the data load with BI. So that we can just work on the BPC data load from BI part. So we do have data load from BI to BPC, right? So for that, I just need to have some data in BI. So I think I'm not sure if we have any data in BI. And I did not get time to work on that. So I had to sit with my friend and work on this couple of data on that. So most probably we'll be working on the data load part from BI to BPC on Saturday's class. Okay. So meanwhile we'll just look at these things for today. So I think Kumar is not having and Sanjeev is not having any questions on these things. So we'll just move off this one and we'll just look up the security metrics here. So this is how the security metrics looks like. And this is purely based on the cost center level. You guys can see your screen, right?
Sorry?
You guys can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Shankar.
Okay. So this is the security matrix, which usually the company will give you one. And this is purely cost center based matrix. For every cost center, these people have to build any scenario. It's a hierarchy level. These four will roll up to here. These will also roll up to here. These four will roll up to here. This is the cost center based scenario, and this is everything is almost like each and every line is a cost center, which is a master data for a cost center. And these are your member access profiles. These many member access profiles you have to create, and these are the user IDs. These are the planner level things. These are manager level. These are analysts. These are report. Which head of the departments. These are again teams. These are your member access profiles. These are your teams, and these are your task profiles, wherein you will just be creating on all these tasks and other things. And this is your planner, manager, analyst, head of department comes on each and every task profile, wherein you have to work on these roll up to the operations head. And the next one will be the planner, manager, analyst, HOD will come in all these aspects, all these hierarchical levels, wherein we have to create these things first, then create these four things. And all these lists you see here, right, in these grid data region area, right, these are nothing but all your users. Okay, and this is the most complex kind of scenario, and here is your list of user IDs here. You will get all this information whenever you are working on these things. But whenever you are working on users is not our headache. Users will be created in SAP BI, not in SAP BPC. But the other headache would be on these member creation of member access profiles, these things, assigning those tasks, creating of teams, and all those things. These are the user IDs which will be created, and these are the IDs of planners, managers, and other things. But once we create these things, the only thing is assigning these appropriately. We should not make any mistake in assigning anything. Like one task profile should not be assigned to one thing. Or this combination of these things we have, right? Data profile, task profile, and team members. These things we have, right? There should not be any combination of these things so that the wrong person will get the wrong ID access to which is not required or something like that. So this is the example of the real-time scenario wherein we'll just be creating the users, and these are the member access profiles, these are your task profiles. So these are your real-time metrics looks like. These people will give you all the list of users as well. Users will be taken from SAP BI, and also these things will be given, member access profiles, teams, task profiles, and all those things will be given. The major headache would be on looking this matrix, selecting the cost center, assigning the member access profile, assigning task profile, and all those things will be a BPC consultant headache, depending upon the hierarchies, depending upon the cost center, selecting appropriate models, and all those things will be the headache of the BPC consultant. Any questions, guys? So this is how your security file looks like.
Shankar, I'll really appreciate if you can do an example, really.
Which one?
Is it possible to, I don't know, I'm just trying to,
build this.
if we can create if we can build one example out of this spreadsheet.
This creating is not an issue, Sanjeev.
No.
I can just create one of this. I can just create a SCC010011 and create member access profile for this. Create one or two users. That is a simple one.
So
the problem would be on the data access here. It's only we do already have like this one, right?
no, yeah, I got that, but obviously we don't have a data in the system. We can't. Yeah.
That's the only issue we have.
Okay.
We already have member access profiles and we already have these things, right?
Yeah.
Basically, the users are not there. That is.
The complexity is not there.
Complexity is not. Yeah. Okay. So I was just trying to, but I understood what he's saying. Yeah, but you can close the user access through the cost center. You can go to the task profile and close it from there. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, whenever we are creating things, the driving would be the cost center part.
While we are here, if we see the models also have a security checks ticked in the models.
Come again? I didn't understand that.
Yeah, in the models, when we create the models, so there's a secure tab available next to them. How that is related with this scenario, this spreadsheet here?
Let me check that. I'm not recollecting that tab. By creating a model, right?
I'm maybe using a wrong terminology, but yeah, when you create a model and then you add the dimensions there. So when you add the dimension, it has one tab on top which is secure. So you need to generally get ticked automatically sometimes, or it depends on the organization how they want to secure their data or whatever.
So while creating a model, right?
Yeah. And if you click on consolidation or somewhere, no, sorry, go back. Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something like secure dimension we are creating on this one, and I have just now shown you this one, right? Cost center one.
Yeah.
In this scenario, you have a secure dimension for cost center, so that you can just work on these things as well. So here it is entity, right? In that it will be cost center. Here we have entity as a security, right? Secure dimension.
Yes.
And in that scenario which I am showing you on, that will be of cost center.
Cost center, okay.
Yep. Hi, Dola. I think he's yet to connect.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hi. So that is the scenario-based thing, which we are just this one. So I will not be able to upload that in the system. So the basic use of sorry. So whenever you are working on the business process flows.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, hi Bella, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hi.
Sorry, I missed all my classes.
Welcome back, Bola.
Yeah, I went on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Went on vacation. I didn't have any internet, no cell phone service, nothing.
So that's how the vacations are planned anyway.
So just to come back to this topic on business process flows, we are just starting on, just log on to your BPC login screen. Click on this BPC Planning and Consolidation Administration tab. Then we'll just go to the Administration tab, and in this you have a business process flows in your left side panel. Just click on that. You see two different options here. One is the process template and another one is process instance. This is basically business process flows is used to guide the sequential tasks which we already had in the system. Like if you want to have any sequential procedures which are to be automated or which need to be monitored on the regular basis, or if you want to schedule anything, or whenever you are doing any sequential steps, like one after another. Like now we are reviewing on one thing, then you want to send that review sheet to your manager, copy actuals to budget, then review to your manager. Those kind of sequential steps are being taken care by a business process flow. And this business process flows has two major terminologies, like we do have that kind of thing. These are the features we have in business process flows, like activities, process monitor, email notifications, and all those things. If you have any issues on these things, we'll be able to send an email notification. We do have a possibility to monitor the process chain, like the process monitor we have to monitor the business process flows which we have executed on. And these are the benefits we have for business process flow. It will help in the coordination. You can use it from the launchpad. You can work on these things. You can have the email notifications. Whenever you are working on the planning process, you do have an option to reopen that concept which is already completed, so that you can just have a rectification on what are the mistakes or what are the issues you have in the previous step. You can have a process monitor to build in. We do have, we can also work on the reports on this. We do have integration with the work status. And this is built on the real-time mode, real-time situation mode. And we do have users who have in workspaces during the execution and all this stuff. These are the key terms we use in process template, activities, activity region, process instance, and all those things. Process instance is a basic thing which we create in business process flows. It contains a sequential grouping of activities to complete the process. And it is something like, just now I have told you some couple of steps, right? These steps will be built in the process template. And all that we build in the process template will be called as process instances. And all these steps, individual steps, are called as activities. And these are monitored. Once we create these process templates, activities, and all these things, we see these things in a process monitor. And whenever we are, this is the one who creates this thing is called as an owner, and the owner who assigns this to someone else is called as performer, and the person who creates this sends this to any reviewer approval. He is called as a reviewer. And in this we do have two other options as well, workspace and Apple. We can just work on those things whenever we get some time once we are starting. So we just look at in the system on these things like business process flows. Here we have process templates and process instance. Just click on this process templates. You see a screen wherein you have all the list of process templates available in the system. As we do not have any processing templates right now, we have nothing here. So just click on a new button to create on the process templates here. It will pop up to a screen to ask on process template, new process. Just as usual process, give the name of the process template and the description. First process template. CT. Process template. So here is the name and the description I have given. And the next step would be on, we just need to select our respective model on for which we are building this process shape. Sorry, business process flows. Just click on our planning underscore model. Is the right one? Okay, planning model. And we can just give the respective dimensions here. We'll just take it as category now. And any process, business process flows which we are creating without time dimension will not be able to work. Time dimension is the default one as far as 10.0 is concerned. But the best part for the 10.1 release is time dimension is not a mandatory thing. That is being removed from the mandatory list of creating any process template. So we can just select whatever the dimensions we want in the list of dimension list. But for now, since we are on 10.0 version, time dimension is a mandatory thing which is being selected by default. But other than that, we just need to select on any other dimension depending upon the requirement and depending upon the PPF we are working on. So at this point, I'm just selecting category. Just to the noted on how do we create business process flows and all this stuff. And once we start building a scenario like thing in the next session, if time permits today, we'll just look at the real-time example as well. So once we have selected the model and dimension here, we just need to select our respective users here. Just click on the username, click on add, send it to the next box, click on OK. So we are done with this creation of process template. Then needs to go to the activities pattern. Here, whatever we create here is nothing but your process instances or activities. And in this, we do have buttons like new and delete. Just click on new button to create a new activity. First, activity button. Yes, you can just select on section. This driving dimension entity. Okay. Select your since we have selected the driving dimension of the entity, we just select the geography wherein you just compare it on this one. We just take it as in Asia, Australia. Okay. Just click on OK. And who is the performer? We can just select on any of the list drop down menu. We just select from JR. And here we do have is require reviewer. This means that whenever we are working on these things, these kind of reports or whatever things we are working on, whenever we think we will not be able to decide on these things, we just need to send it for an approval of the higher management. We just select this required reviewer.
Okay.
Yep.
Why there was so much background noise coming from your side? I mean, I don't know. It's today
From
only.
my side. From my side.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
No, it is not. Yeah, I checked that it's not me. I think it is from maybe a little lag is there. And
I'm not sure.
maybe the mic sound.
Yeah,
Mic
that's
sound.
true.
Yeah.
Fine now?
It goes, and when you talk, it goes away.
So even Gola says the same problem. Because maybe I just had some small coding question, maybe it could be because of that.
It looks like you are on speaker or something. I mean, look, you may not be. I'm just saying it is kind of that.
No. I'm just on headphone. I usually be on headphone and talk.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not speaker.
Hmm.
So is it so audible, not audible, or?
Oh no, it's fine, but there is some hiss background.
Just give me a second. Maybe it could be because of fan, I believe.
Ah, I see. Yes, it's gone.
It's gone.
Now it's fine.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll die without fan. My goodness.
Oh gosh, it must be hot.
God, give me a break. I can't.
Oh gosh.
I can't even breathe. Now it's okay?
It's
Yeah, now
perfectly
it's
fine.
perfect fine.
Perfect, fine. My goodness. God. Fan in the early, without fan in the early morning. Nice one, yeah. Okay. So, whenever you think we'll not be able to take any decision on what we have done or what we are planning to do it on, and when we think that this decision is not from us and it should be from the proper approval or the proper higher management, wherein they'll be taking, we'll just check on this one and we'll give the respective control to the concerned person. Here we can just click on this one. And here we do have a button like allow reopen. So this step is allowed for reopen. Whenever in business process flows, whenever you're working on, we do have sequential of steps. And if you take an example like Okay. So whenever you're working on step 1, we do have, to assume that we have 5 steps, 5 or 7. So we are in first step. We have completed first, second, third, and now we are in step number 4. And whenever you are working on step number 4, and we realize that there is a problem in step number 3, and we have to reopen that. But as far as basic knowledge goes to, once we are done with step number 3, we will not be able to reopen that step number 3. We can only go ahead with step number 4. But we have an option called as allow reopen. Whenever we are creating any specific step, we can just mention it as allow reopen, which will make us reopen this step. If you do not give, while creating this step, reopen button, sorry, whenever we are creating this step number 3 and we do not click check this allow reopen, we will not be able to work on that reopen button. That will create a problem. So that's the major reason we'll just work on these things. So allow reopen is mostly be done for any sequential processes, important processes, like whenever you are doing any budgeting process or planning process or forecasting process. These kind of things will use this allow reopen, or sometimes we also do some data loads. So most probably we'll use this allow reopen, so that these things can be reopened by an administrator, so we don't have to worry on that. So if there is any mistake, we can definitely reopen that and rectify the same mistake which we have done now. So this is how we'll just create the activities, and now we have to go and create the workspace. Please click on this workspace. It will take up to you a separate window. It will open up your separate window, and here is the place where we can look at the screen, where you can look at the hyperlinks, add your hyperlinks, add a new report, or add up any content here. And left side is all the instances we'll be creating on. So the first thing is we have created a template, then we have created an activity, then in activity we'll be creating instances, and all these things, once we deploy these things, we'll be able to monitor these things in process monitor, like in activities. These areas we'll be able to monitor. This is the area where we'll monitor all the business process flows, and from here we'll be able to deploy all those things. So here is the here is the one we can just work on these things. So we'll just create a simple thing like add hyperlink here. I'm just clicking on this hyperlink. It will ask you for options here. What is this hyperlink for? What do you want to do this? Just give one hyperlink thing. Okay, and as usual we have to give the name of the hyperlink and then description. Then go for the what is the action you want to perform with this activity. Just click on the pull down menu. It will ask you for various activities. So do you want to do any action on the consolidation tasks, or do you want to do any task on Microsoft Excel or data manager package or any other thing? So just select your respective task. Since we have planned to open a report, it will come under Microsoft Excel. Just click select that one. And you will have an option like different things. We have an option like publish specific work, open specific report, open a specific input form or something like that. We can just select any other thing. And once we select this open specific input form, we just need to select our input form here by clicking on the browse button. We do have things. Mistake save comment. And we have just selected our input form here. And here next thing we need to select is the required parameters for what are the dimensions we do have in the system. And you see all the dimensions we have is account, category, entity, material, and product class, which we have already created in the BPC while creating our model planning. So just need to select the respective dimensions here. Net income, category is actual, entity is consolidation entity, material, ships, product, product class A. So we have done all the things. So let's validate this selection. So once we validate this, you will get a tick mark like this. So save this. And if you want, you can just add another one, like creating on another hyperlink here. Here is our previous one here, and here we have another one. Copy data. Hello.
Yes, Shankar, we are with you.
Okay. So I just heard some other noises, so I just want to make sure we are on the right path. So with this hyperlink, I just want to create on. I just want to copy some data from the system to other one category to other category. So just mention it as copy and copy this one. And here is we can just copy it by using the data manager package, and we'll just select the respective data manager, run a specific package. I think we should have a copy package in this public data management. Yep, we do have. Okay, just click on that, and as usual, we just need to select on the respective things. Category is actual, entity is United States, material, electronics, product is total products, product class is B. So we have just created this one. So we just need to validate on this thing. Since it has a red mark, we can just, it's because we have clicked on the other button. So we did not validate this, it's showing this red button. Now we can just validate this. You will get the green button and just save your workspace here. So since we have completed our business process flow here, we'll just close this, and now we'll just go to the second activity here. Second activity. And the steps would remain the same. Driving dimension will be this time itself. Numbers would be on Australia. The same steps like HIR and all those things. Allow reopen. Pick part of your select this one. Create on workspace. Just we can add the new report as well if you want. Just select your page access and other things. Account test process. Okay. Building report is the same one here as well. So here is this one. About time. So building the report is the same as everywhere. Now you can just select your numbers. Here you can just select your children of or base level of whatever. Yep.
Is it same as the web-based reporting, Shankar?
Come again?
No, there are two reporting, right? One is Excel and one is with the web-based, right?
Yeah, the same one.
This is the same one?
Yeah, same, absolutely same one.
Oh, okay.
Here we have select members, where you can just select your base level members of the context what we have selected. So you can just work on all these things. You just need to have is finish editing. So we have completed this editing of the generation of report. Save this. And if you just go to the overview button, it will show you all the activities we have, all the instances we have created. So add a hyperlink here. Let's go to testing. And here you can just select your respective things here. You can also look at the consolidation options, what are the options you have. You can also do on consolidation things here. But since we have started on the consolidation discussion, it's better we go for the other things which we have already discussed on. You can just also go for audit to generate any reports or any other thing. Open a data audit report or any other thing. So simpler is go for Microsoft Excel, open a specific report, or any other task you can just do that. It's not only open a specific report, it depends on the requirement or any other thing. We can just work on those things. So here is clicking on OK. Category is actual. Entity is United States. Material is chips. Class is A. last thing we have done it. We'll just validate this, save this. So let's look at this overview. Since we have created 2 instances, you can see all the 2 instances here. And this is a simple report which we have created. And here is the link.
Maximum how many instances you can attach?
You can just create multiple. I'm seeing almost like 8 instances I have created, but I don't know the maximum count we have. But usually 8 would be suffice. 8 to 10 would be suffice in one activity or in the one workspace. But it depends on all the requirement what we have at the client side. So once we have saved this, just close it here. Just close your activities as well. So once we have closed this, we can just do this. So here is the template we have, and here will be the list of instances we'll be having. Yep, Kumar.
Where is the second one? Second process template one. We created 2, right?
That will come since it is not deployed. It will come.
Oh, okay.
Okay, since this is a valid stage only now. We haven't deployed this one. Just click on this one. Validate this. This is validated. Then go for deployment. Then it will deploy. Here you see the status as deployed. Okay, go to monitor.
How regularly we are going to use this process flows, Shankar?
Business process will use it here whenever we do have a requirement, like whenever we have to monitor on a couple of things, or we are working on planning side. Mostly planning and consolidation things, we'll use it. Not in the realization phase, but definitely 10 to 15 BPS will be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot being used actually at our place.
Yeah, we use a lot of things here.
Yeah.
And to copy, if you want to copy this one, you can just use this copy, archive, open, and new. And this is a new version here. Yep.
The sequential of steps, okay, where we are giving the priority. I mean, one step is completed, then has to go for the second step. Is there anywhere we are?
Yeah. It will come up here, but it should come. I'm not sure why is it not coming. I'm just looking for the same. The plot is fine. As soon as we deploy this, it should come up with the sequence of steps in process instances. Notion.
Can you click that? The first template, yeah. Can you click that?
Okay.
No, I thought it will show the.
That will not show, yes. No, that will not show.
Okay.
There's the reason sometimes I get pissed off with the trading servers. Usually they should come in here. All the activities we should get this. validating is fine. Version means we'll create a new version of this. Usually these things should come up in activities so that we'll just run this activity. And here we'll see what is the process and what is the action required and what is the completion, who's the manager and also process manager and all those things. We should come up in activities and process monitor. But unfortunately here it is not coming up. I think when we are creating it, we have given, it's only my ID we have given, right?
Yeah.
Given my ID. Okay, let's see in this next session of this. So this is how we just create on the BPF. All the procedure is fine, but there should be some internal problem which I'll have to check on. But this is the entire process of creating. Once we create this, we'll just have is we'll get all these first process template ZT under the tab process monitor and also in the activities. Wherein once we have this, we'll just select that and work on the appropriate actions on. We'll just do all this complete approval check once we have the authorization, all those things. But for some reason, I'm not sure why it is not coming up. Okay. So most probably once we create this and deploy this one, it should come up in the activity section. But I'm not sure why is this not coming. So do you have any questions on things we have?
No, actually, yeah. Then so I think what I understood is that these BPF business process flows are created to put a workflow around the activities if a user has to carry out.
So this is a simple. We can just work on the simple scenario here. There is a scenario which we had built a couple of times, like start up a business process, budget process, then review on the previous year's process, copy previous year actual to current year budget, and then send it to approval. Then once it is approved, review the current year budget, submit for approval. If it is approved, then finalize your budget process. This is a general sequential, some very simple business process flow which we can create it, but since we don't have any date. Yep. Hello. Hello.
I think that was,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Okay.
I think that was Bola, isn't it?
So
Yeah. I think it's Bola. So this is a kind of scenarios we'll build on. Since we do not have, I'm not sure of these things. So first, surprisingly, it's not coming up in the activities. That's the basic surprise I have. Let me check
So
it.
can you go back to the PowerPoint, Shankar?
One second. Yep.
So in this case, each activity is one. Each process is one template here.
Okay.
The budget
This
process.
one?
Yeah. So each process is one template, or is each process is one report or something like that?
No. This is a report, the one which is highlighted.
Okay.
This one is there. Review previous year process is a report, and this is a data manager package. The next step is there, right? Copy previous year actual to current year budget. That's a copy package, and this is submit for approval. And this will be submitting. We have required reviewer, right? Once we check that, that will go to the respective concerned approval person. He will review that. Until he is reviewed, the next process will not start on. The next process is on review current year budget, right? Unless and until it is been approved, we will not be able to review the current year budget. So, till submit for approval in the first stage, it will be one activity, and from then it will be another activity. And review previous year process, copy previous year to current year budget would be two different instances. And in the second activity, we do have review current year budget, submit for approval is your second activity, and it's for second instance.
Oh, got it. Actually, in my terms, actually, it's just like a scheduling a part. Okay, scheduling multiple activities. One activity is completed, then go for the second activity, something like that.
Yeah. It's almost like the same thing. Just sort of building this, but I'm not sure because of the training system. We do have some. Let me check if this is working or not. Okay, let me check this issue, guys. I'm not sure of this because it should come up in the activity section, but it's for some reason it's not showing up. So the procedure is the same thing. Everything is as per the procedure. There is no change in that. But the only thing is it's not turning up in the activities. Maybe I'm not sure of what is the reason behind it. It's fine, it's fine, right? It's some other issue. Okay, I'll just check it and I'll just come back to you on this. In the next session, we'll just deploy and build another new BPF with a little more complex scenario than what I've shown you on. As long as we'll just have a bigger scenario to build in so that you'll have a better understanding on this BPF. So let me know if you have any questions. And one more thing I would like to tell you is I think we have worked on web reporting, right? Or we haven't worked on that?
No.
We haven't worked. Okay. So that is a part of BPS. And now the concept, this one is web reporting here, do have. And whenever you open up your administration web BPC for web, you will see all these options here: create workspace, create report, and create input form. Just click on the new report button. It will show you a screen wherein you have the reporting template with all the dimensions you have. Just click on your required things here, like what are the things you want to have: account, time, and you can just select on base level or whatever be the member. So here is your things, and you can also convert these things to a chart also, from chart and report or any other thing. Here is the one wherein you can just select on these things. So just select on 14, so 15. You should have some data in that. You don't have. Okay. Not in balance sheet. Just click on net income. Chart. Mr. Editing. Refresh. So this is how we build the report in web, and we can also print it by using your basic print commands. Like if you have a printer attached, we can just work on those things as well. So this is the way you will get it. And if you have printers, directly print it, or you can also it is this one. And just to change on with these things, we can just click on for any other things. Like if you want to color, work on this thing, and if we have this category, time, account. Here is entity. If you want to have any other dimension as well, just click on the add button. Just go for reporting currency. You can just click on United States, US dollars. As soon as you click on these things, the below report will get refreshed. And same scenario is with this one. If you are working on with input schedule, you'll be able to enter your data here. Just select on any of these things. Just click on the enter data, and you'll have a button there. So this will not be using it much. It will be very less on web report side. But whenever you get some time, you can also practice on these things. But in this, we will not have any formatting kind of stuff. Only in EPM add-in will have a formatting stuff, but not in this thing will have a formatting. So we can see as a worker we can just do on these things. DL public import is this one. You have seen we have worked on these things, so we can just put on graphs. We can do all the web-based activities can be done in here. So this is a procedure we create a report in web, and same procedure is with input schedule as well. It's the same way how do we report in Excel is the same way we do it. So whenever you get some time on these things, just make sure you practice on so that you'll have an understanding. And so today we'll just wind up, and next session we'll just look at the partial thing, that is BPF will complete that, and the next part would be on I just found a new one, like how do we publish a report. We'll just look into that as well. So in this we do have an book publication here, so we can just also work on these things. It is nice to have, but majority of times we will not be using these things. But sometimes we can, whenever we are going to meet any client or something, just to impress on, we can just make sure we can have this knowledge also. That would be good. But it's almost like same as simple report kind of thing, but only publishing in the web and publishing in the library would be a different concept here. We'll be working more on the publishing of books, not on creation of template or any report. As we have already worked on reporting, so I don't think we should work more on this. That's the reason I not even show you much on these input schedules, web reporting and all those stuff, because it's a simple thing which you should be able to do it. So just let me know if you have any questions so that we can just work on this as well. So in the next session we'll just complete that BPF part and we'll work on this published books by working on this book publications and all those stuff. And by this weekend we'll just complete that data loading part from.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.